Hey, so I want to share a bit about when we should work on something and when we should walk away from something. We all have these experiences in our work relationships, in our intimate relationships, in our friendships, in where we're living. Do I work on how I'm feeling or do I walk away? And there is no right answer. I feel like many times when we share these things with people, people can kind of make snap judgments around, oh, you're not working hard enough, or you're so quick to let things go. But it really is a process of slowing down and listening to your intuition to feel when is the right time to work and when's the right time to walk. So some indications that I found to know when it's time to walk away from something is if you feel super extracted. It's as if you feel all your energy is depleted when you're interacting with something and you kind of lose a sense of yourself. Also, when you feel like you've kind of knocked off from your grace, like you kind of lose that sort of that beingness of you, that the grace of your being that flows from your alignment, when you sort of feel off of that and you kind of can't find your sense of center, that's another indication when it's really important to walk away from something. Something else that may arise that can kind of indicate when it's important to walk away. There's a little bug on my ear. When you spend too much time trying to convince yourself all the reasons why you should stay, that's when you know your mind and an ideology and a fear of letting go has come in and has taken the center of your body sensing. When you're trying to constantly convince yourself that why this is right, you've kind of are in your mental body that has bypassed your emotional, energetic, and spiritual body. So these are moments, these are indicators that can perhaps be showing you that it's time to walk away. Now, indicators that are about when you should work on something is if when you ask yourself and you really feel like, is there something I can learn here about my ability to be in the world, about my ability to be in relationships? Is this a pattern of relationships I'm finding myself in? And is there some element of this that really shows that there's something inside of me that has been unhealed, or there's some level of anxiety that this situation, this person, this environment triggers in me? And so there's a reason why you're continuingly to be a vibrational match to this environment, because there's something you haven't yet learned or healed from or grown out of. And so it's really important to sort of slow down. Doesn't mean you're meant to stay, but it means that you're meant to work through an element of this, because maybe all you're seeing is a trigger, or you're not seeing what's true. You're not seeing the relationship. You're not seeing the work environment. You're not seeing where you're living. All you're seeing is a trigger because it's asking to be released. Another example of when you should work on something is Another example of when you should work on something is if you're kind of prone to move away from things or let things go really quickly, which is I feel like, an experience that many people kind of have a hard time with letting go. But there's also the opposite of that, which is like you kind of just move really quickly away from some things and you don't sort of you don't get past the honeymoon phase. You're constantly sort of looking for the high vibe, the light, the fun aspects of everything, but the maturity of anything has growing pains, has shadow, has challenges. And have you really allowed yourself to sit with the growing pains? Because through the growing pains, it's sort of when you get into that beautiful maturity of I feel like the 40s, when you get into that stage of your life where there's a really strong foundation, and yet there's a understanding of the changing of the leaves of every branches, just using a tree analogy. There is no one right answer for any one situation. Something that is true in one experience is completely not true in another, and vice versa. These are just indicators of how you can be most honest with yourself and to really feel into the present moment, really sensing what's true for you, so that you can know when it's time to work through something and when it's time to walk away.